It takes a brave band indeed to tackle anything from this album. Now, before we get to the commentary, I try not to do this, but I need to make more commentary before we actually start. First of all, this came from Steve Sr. over at cupofcoffee.com. Thank you, Steve, both for this request and for your generosity at cupofcoffee.com. If you would like to support this channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee at cupofcoffee.com. The link is in the description box. And second, let me put a framework around this song for you. This album debuted in August of 1976. It made its way to number 3 on Billboard's Hot 200, and it stayed on Billboard's Hot 200 for the next 152 weeks. That's just shy of 3 years. The album went diamond, that's 10 platinum records in the United States alone, and since then has garnered 7 more platinum records for a total of 17 platinums for sales. That's just in the United States. Around the world, it went platinum in at least 3 other countries and had a huge impact on both musicians and the general public alike. This album was created in the basement of Tom Scholz. He's there second from the left. Third from the left is Brad Delp, the lead singer. It's these two that actually put this album together. Tom Scholz wrote Foreplay, the first half of this suite that we were listening to, while he was still going to school at MIT. And then in the next 6 years, he wrote 6 of the 8 songs on this album and developed them over this time in a studio in his basement that he funded himself from his salary while working at Polaroid. Tom Scholz put this album together in his basement. Not only that, when he finally signed with Epic Records, they insisted that it be re-recorded at a studio in L.A. Him and the producer got together and sent the rest of the band to the studio while he finished it off in the studio that was in his basement. He then went to the West Coast and they added drum tracks and vocal enhancements while they were there. So what you're hearing basically came out of Tom Scholz's basement. Now, I have a lot more to say about this, but I'm going to leave it there. You can look up the history of this album and the recording of it and even see videos where he'll take you on a tour through his basement. The songs Foreplay and Long Time are 118 BPM in the key of F major in Mixolydian mode. Now, one of the things that made this album distinctive in its time was the fact that the rock music all the way through this album is played in the major scale. This song is so accurate in its BPM that producers and DJs down through the years have typically used it to calibrate their equipment to 118 BPM, believe it or not. So, when I tell you all of that, I'm telling you to tell you this. If you're going to tackle anything from this album, you're going to have one of two outcomes. You're going to crash and burn, or you're going to have 500,000 views. Okay, let's back up to Naces. Now, this electronic keyboard is obviously not a Hammond M3, which is what Tom Scholz used in his basement. A side note to that, Tom Scholz borrowed his mother's M3 Hammond organ in order to record this album. I can see him dragging it down to the basement. Now, this is a Hammond M3. It's sort of a sister organ to the B3 and the C3, and the B3 Hammond was iconic in rock in the late 60s and the early 70s. Played by bands like Deep Purple, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Yes, you name it, most bands used it. But it's a beast. It's a huge organ to carry around. So the M3 is more for the consumer end. Fits in your living room nicely. But that's not the actual point. It's still got the Hammond sound. The point is what you see on either side of this Hammond. Now, I don't know why there's two here, but I'm assuming they're selling this, so there's a setup. You only needed one of these. And what this is a Leslie cabinet. So this is the Leslie cabinet, and as you can see, it's pricey. But in the day, they came with the Hammond 3 Series organs, most of them anyway. This unit here imitates the huge pipes that you find on those massive Allen organs in cathedrals. Well, they do it like this. Every Leslie cabinet comes with its own amplifier. Signal is fed down and boosted by the amp, and then this is the setup. Down here you have a baffle that spins, and this woofer sends the sound down into it, creating the siren effect. I call it, it's a Doppler effect, I believe. Then here you have the high-end tweeter up here, and it rotates, giving your high frequencies to you. So you get this rotating sound. So as you can see, as they rotate, they're individually linked, so you can alter the speed on this rotation. And it will give you a choral effect, or it'll give you a echo. And that sound is used throughout this Boston album, not only on the keyboards, but I believe he uses it on his guitars as well. So it's iconic. It's an iconic part of the song. So there is an inclusion of some choral effect here. It's done digitally, and I think digitally you could probably reproduce the entire Leslie effect. They elected not to do that here. That's a choice, and it's a good one because they're going to have to play this live. Short of buying a $4,000 Leslie or laying in tracks into a computer to give the Leslie sound right when they need it, they're setting this up so that they can play this live the way you're hearing it right now. But there's still some ring to her keys when she lets her fingers off of the keys. So now I'm sorry. We'll, for blabbing on down that rabbit hole, here we'll go. Hear how it sounds cathedral-like? Again, here there's an acoustic piano playing this part that Dad's playing. The bass comes in later. But again, they're going to have to perform this live. So, obviously, Naces is very busy back here already. So, we're going to let the bass carry that line. I got to tell you, Isaac is absolutely crushing the drum fills, runs, and everything else going on in this song. He is nailing it, beat for beat. Okay, and you don't hear that siren-like sound right there in the song because, again, you don't have the Leslie. But again, and I'm going to keep emphasizing this, they've got to play this live. Now listen to Neisha slide that pick down these strings and that ethereal sound going on. See, and that's done with a phaser, a phase shifter, or it could be done with a flange. Either way, but it's awesome. Good job. Now, the choice to let Stacey sing this surprised me. Not because she would be lesser at it, but I would just assume that this would be Mom's territory. She's got the ability to climb high, and Brad Delp's voice obviously can get into the stratosphere. So you run a risk with a younger person who's still developing her voice, but it was perfect. I mean, it was fine. Mom sang the backup vocals. In fact, the entire group came in, with the exception of Dad and Ice, at one point in the song.
I think I should be going, yeah. And time doesn't wait for me, it keeps on rolling. Sail on a distant highway, yeah. I've got to keep on chasing a dream. I've gotta be on my way. There's still something I could say.
All right, this part here was played in the studio by Tom Scholes with a Taylor Jumbo 12-string. That's what gives it its gigantic sound. They opted to use this semi-hollow electric guitar, and I think I know why. This is my guess, and that is when she plays this live, she has to alternate between playing electric rhythm guitar and back to the acoustic sound. So they split the difference and used this semi-hollow.
Well, I'm taking my time, just moving on. You'll forget about me after I've been gone. And I'll take what I find. I don't want no more. It's just outside of your front door.
Those vocals were sublime.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's been such a long time. It's been such a long
Here, Neisha, carry that note out. Now, I'm thinking to myself, by the end of the song, she did not miss a single note. Not once.
without you, but in my mind, deep in my mind.
And when I say she didn't miss a note, I mean the bends, the slides. No, I'm not just talking about hitting the right note on the right fret on the neck on the guitar. I'm talking about the attitude, the tone, everything about what she did was spot on.
I can't forget about you. Good times, faces that remind me, yeah. I'm trying to forget your name.
See her down here in the inset, adding extra track to this.
Leave it all behind me. Coming back to find me. Well, I'm taking my time, just moving on. You'll forget about me after I've been gone. And I'll take what I find. I don't want no more. It's just outside of your front door. Yeah, yeah. It's been such a long time. It's been such a long
Did you hear her lag that? Exactly like it should have been. That's attention to detail. Hear that? Right there, you can hear it when she slides up to that and does that bend. She just hangs just for a microsecond before she actually pulls the note up. And that right there is why I thought Mom would take the lead. The fact that she can hit that high note.
Yeah, it's been such a long time. I think I should be going, yeah. Time doesn't wait for me.
Hear that guitar ringing and just ringing? She's not even touching it. It's because they've got that electronically programmed to do that.
There's a long road I've got to stay in time with, yeah. I've got to keep on chasing the dream, the one that I find it. I'm always just behind it.
So, why was it important to cover this as well as they did? First of all, they're going to take it live. And when they do, she's going to carry the vocal weight. As time goes by and Mom and Dad are completely out of the picture, if they ever have to perform this live, this is the anchor right here for vocals. Now, and this is all my opinion. I could be completely off base, but this is what I see. And it's important to get this right from the get-go so that when you go live, there's no surprises for your audience, right? And also, because you are introducing the music to a new generation. And how do I know that that's working for them? They got 500,000 views, yes, but if you go over to the original Boston Vivo channel and listen to this song, which I did to remind myself of key points, even though I listen to the Boston album on a regular basis. I don't know if I said this, but if you stranded me on a desert island and gave me one album to listen to for the rest of my life, it would have been this one. If you go to that channel and you look into the comments, you will find a number of comments, and I just glanced at it. I didn't go through and look at all of them. That said, I'm here because of the Mission Souls cover of this song. I think that tells you everything you need to know about what they did here. An iconic band covering another iconic band. I'd like to hear more from this album. Every one of the 8 tracks, to be honest with you. They're all incredible pieces of music. Well crafted and well executed. And they have shown us that they are quite capable of doing that. All right. I've said too much, as I usually do. But I'm glad you were here to watch this with me. I hope you have a great week ahead of you. And I'm going to go now, so I'll see you later. Bye-bye.